Good afternoon. Coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Thank you for joining us for this newscast coming your way the 2nd of August 2023. And starting off with activities as far as the Electoral Commission is concerned, that is as far as the live broadcast that came your way a few minutes from now. Now, giving you an update, the Electoral Commission has released the electoral roadmap for the 2025-2026 general elections. Justice Byabakama Mujenyi Simon, Chairperson, Electoral Commission, said the Commission is required to conduct the various activities within specified timelines as stipulated in the Constitution and other electoral laws. The Commission must, therefore, set particular timelines for purposes of proper planning, management, and organization of elections. It is in this spirit that the Commission is launching the strategic plan and roadmap we are here to witness. Byabakama further said the Commission conducted its own self-assessment by engaging its own staff to give their opinions on the conduct of the last general elections and subsequent by-elections. More of that particular report later on in the subsequent hours of the day, subsequent bulletins of the day. Now, in other activities this afternoon, a World Food Program is programmed to support value addition on agricultural produce at a local food processing plant in Wyogerere. The move is a recovery effort from the effects of COVID-19 that rendered the facility non-operational. The chairman, Mama Care Foundation, Harish, says the goal is to reduce on malnutrition and promote exportation of nutritious agricultural products processed in Uganda.
As you know, WFP is engaged in humanitarian efforts to provide food for the needy. They are doing a great job in providing food relief to refugees and to the victims of natural disasters. Mama Care is engaged in nutrition food production, and their arrival here is to establish a possible partnership where Mama Care can produce those nutrition foods and they can have an off-take for the people of Uganda. I think in a couple of months we should be ready to provide good volumes of food to them. It was at a very basic, and then it took about 1.5 years to complete the facility, and we were ready by 2020. Yes, it was in operations, but for sake of COVID, there were some hiccups as the government offtake reduced. Now with other donor agencies, we are in discussions who will be taking the productions on behalf of Mama Care. We are able to process 50,000 tons of grains, be it maize, be it soy, be it wheat, be it other crops. We are encouraging the crops like millet and soy, which President of Uganda is so keen on promoting millet, which is a biofortified grain. So some of our recipes we already have contains millet. And another crop which we have on our list is peanuts and honey and sesame seeds, that's semsem. These are all nutritious crops, and we want to incorporate them into the food which we wish to make.
Now, in more news, National Water and Sewage Corporation, the primary water supply service for several regions, has announced an emergency shutdown today due to critical maintenance works. The shutdown, set to last for approximately 24 hours, is necessary measure to carry out repairs on the vital BM 700 transmission pipeline responsible for transporting water from the treatment plant to the reservoir. The affected areas include Namasuba, Kajansi, and Zana, respectively.
Yesterday, I mean, this is why we are preparing our dear customers in advance, that we have got a technical challenge, and we have prepared, we have mobilized to start the works, but we are giving an advance notice of 48 hours, because we started announcing yesterday. And the idea is that on their side, they also store so that the interruptions do not affect their production significantly. But as I've indicated, in the service life of any equipment, any infrastructure, you expect these patterns of failure to occur. What makes a difference is that as a utility company, as a utility institution, which serves a social good to the public, we are always prepared. You see, this is a very big pipeline, and the capacity that's going to repair it is all national water staff, capacity built over time. So this means that we have recognized the severity of the service we offer the public, and we have built equipment and human capacity to minimize interruption to the service when they occur. So we are not worried, but we just want our dear customers to prepare in advance and avoid getting significantly affected.
UBC Lunchtime News. Oyam district has a poor road infrastructure, as many district feeder roads are in a sorry state. The district chairperson Benson Dila told UBC that the district is constrained with resources to work on over 500 kilometers of roads in the district. The 1 billion road fund earmarked by government for every district has not yet been disbursed.
Potholes, washed bridges and stagnant water are some of the common sights on most feeder roads in Oyam district. The district used to get 300 million shillings to maintain over 500 kilometers of roads, which the district chairperson says is not enough.
It is true that road is a public goods, and if you don't have roads, definitely you expect to lose. But we want them to understand, yes, you have the grader. This grader needs fuel. This grader needs the operators, facilitation and so on.
This financial year, government has increased funding for all districts, each expected to receive 1 billion shillings. However, the fund is not yet accessible by the district.
But we have been given an indicative planning figure. And in Q1, there was no development fund released, but we know it will come in Q2 and Q3.
We are expecting the guidelines soon, so that how much the 1 billion shall be used.
Although the district has managed some roads with the limited resources, it still lacks money to fuel the equipment at the district. Icheme Aloni to Konagar is one of the roads in its worst state. The woman MP Santa Lum intervened with her personal resources to rehabilitate the 11-kilometer road.
We have health centers, we have institutions of religious services, and more so we have the PDM, and the road is completely down and damaged. We have a very big market which really attracts people from Lango and even beyond, and together with one of our sons we have put resources together, and today we have come for a very important program that is launching the road rehabilitation.
The fuel put in must do the work it required. It should not come down. It is supposed to come out in form of what? Smoke, but not physical fuel. Whoever is doing that, please report.
Local leaders want government to reinstate the road gangs that help in the effective maintenance of the district roads. Eddie Olwa, UBC News.
In other updates, Nigeria's High Commissioner, Ambassador to Uganda, His Excellency Ismail Ayumbami, has urged Ugandan business community to increase business ties with Nigeria. From Arua City, Joseph Odama reports.
During his visit to the various cities and the districts of Uganda, including Arua City, Alatise said it's time up for communities from the two countries to benefit from each other through trade. He noted that any bilateral relationship among countries that does not carry economic value for respective citizens is useless.
It is the totality of the production, that impacts on the growth of any economy. So by the time you now come down to the level of looking at the bilateral relation between Nigeria and Uganda, you observe the same very abysmally low trade volume between our two countries. Our cordial diplomatic relations must translate to something concrete, something that will be beneficial, to mutually to our people. And it's only when we develop this economic relation and our trade relation that this can happen.
While in Arua, the High Commissioner interfaced with the business community and councillors of the city. Business community in Arua presented tough conditions in getting visa to access African countries, expensive transport and high taxes as major challenges that they face in the process of doing business within the continent. Organizing business trips for business communities from the two countries is part of the process to initiating business ties.
Between 2nd and 3rd May, we held a program in Kampala. We call it Nigeria-Uganda Business and Investment Volume, because that was the first thing we tried to do to ginger up these efforts, to get people to know that this lacuna is existing and it is not supposed to be. Why should Uganda and Nigeria not do business together? Yes, we know there are challenges, but these challenges are not permanent. There are things that we can work on. There are things that we can remove. You see, all these transportation barriers are now being brought down,
Arua City Central Division Member of Parliament Jackson Atima stressed that upgrading Arua Airfield to an airport and international railway connections in African countries would easily facilitate business.
Our challenge has been, Uganda being a landlocked country, we cannot easily transport our goods to another country which is far like Nigeria. That means we needed the railway system to be extended. We needed the air transport to be, facilitated. It's now the onus of the government to see and expedite the upgrade process of Arua Airfield into airport. That can now materialize, that can now bring our dreams true, to have a business with Nigeria, where the Nigerian government has said they have signed an MOU, they have formalized the documentation to have Uganda Airlines to fly to Nigeria from 15th of August this year.
Joseph Wadama, UBC News.
Now moving on, the Kasanda District Resident Commissioner Fahira Mpalanyi Bosa has condemned political leaders and security who connive in unlawful evictions. He said such cause unlawful evictions of fake land documents and communities are paying money unknowingly for land. The RDC was meeting 200 farmers formerly using part of land belonging to Kasanda Sugar, which they had paid the manager Akim Azidemenya over 200 million shillings to allow them grow maize, but was transferred and they were stopped from using the land.
These farmers were using the Kasanda Sugar land. They paid the former manager over 200 million shillings to allow them use the land to grow maize. They accused Kasanda Sugar, the DISO of Nalutuntu, Julius Lutaisire, for conniving to stop them after they paid the money. They have petitioned Kasanda District Resident Commissioner Fahira Mpalanyi Bosa to intervene and compel Kasanda Sugar Management extend another 4 months or refund the money.
Gisowe Nalutuntu amanya gosiga manyi nungi naye gisowe Nalutuntu ne batwala sente zaffe kati batwala sente ezo ate kati batuyimiriza tetuddamu kukola ki tetuddamu kulima.
Tumaze okusaawa bantu batandise okutema ebinnya alesa abasirikale nti muveemu.
Tegero ba omuzungu omuyindi oyo yali mu lukwe ne baki ne bamanejja kubanga bandi badde mu nsonga ne batuuda olwo tugamba katuleze ensonga zino katuli muki tuli mu bbanga
tubakuumira mu kibiina kyaffe kya pate ekyenaremu kuba kyesaagala kwe kuddayo enkya nga ngenza okutalaaga mu bantu ate nsange ya amakuuli.
They met the RDC Mparanyi Bossa, the area NRM chairperson Hussein Kavuma at Chakatebe Nansimbi, who advised them what to do when dealing with land matters.
Kubanga transaction ze twakola tayina waalabikira ali bbali newankubadde oli yazikola yali mukozi we asobola okumwegaana nti wawe nakulagirira okukola kino n'olwekyo yensonga lwaki ndaddemu element ey'obukakkamu n'obuntu bulamu tugende tumwogereze tulabe nti akkiriza kye tulowooza kuba ebbanga lino siddeni.
She promised the farmers that he will convene a meeting with the investor, Abid Alam, and appointed a 6-member delegation. The Kassanda RDC also condemned leaders and security personnel for conniving with those involved in practices that flout the land law. I'm Navka Farida and Salango Kasbante.
Well, taking a short break. When I return after these messages, we shall be looking at business, and that will include the conference that is coming your way that is to do with women birders. Keep watching.
These days, our homes are no longer just the places we live. It's where we attend meetings, go to class, keep each other safe, and entertain ourselves. To do this smoothly, you need a reliable internet connection. Buy the MTN WakaNet router, which connects up to 32 devices and get a free 40 GB data bundle at only 149,000 shillings. Or buy the MTN WakaNet MiFi at only 75,000 shillings and enjoy a free 15 GB bundle to stream, study, work, and play on the go. Visit any MTN service center to buy the MTN WakaNet router or MiFi and enjoy the internet that does amazing things.
The Presidential CEO Forum, together with the Office of the Prime Minister and Captains of Industry in the private sector, in collaboration with the Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat, National Planning Authority and Kira Motors Corporation, will convene the 4th biannual private sector CEO retreat from August 2nd to 3rd, 2023 at the Kira Vehicle Plant in Jinja City under the theme Uganda's Industrialization Agenda, positioning Uganda as a net source of e-mobility solutions in Africa, hosted by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The 4th CEO's retreat will explore how to deepen value addition in Uganda's industry and build a sustainable and integrated e-mobility ecosystem in order to maximize the potential for development with substantial economic benefits, including wealth and job creation. To participate, please contact the Presidential CEO from Secretariat on 0393 249 530 and via email info@pcf.go.ug.
Upgrade your lifestyle with the all-new entry-loaded Chillax voice bundles. Now, call all networks in Uganda with Chillax voice bundles. Call all networks. No expiry, no worries. Dial *100 *1# and select call all networks. Airtel, a reason to imagine. The biggest, the baddest East African Christian Marathon is here. Come participate at the East African Christian Marathon for a prayer run on the 13th of August 2023 at the Lugogo Hockey Grounds. Come represent your family at the prayer run and run for a good cause to build the first call center, which will be East Africa's virtual listener. Come for the prayer run alongside your pastors, leaders, representatives from Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, South Sudan, and of course Uganda. Participate with Honorable Captain Mike Mukula, who is the chief runner and patron. Do not miss out on this opportunity. Make your donation for your kid now from 20,000, 30,000, and 100,000 Uganda shillings, because runs change the world. For more details, call 0781 885 055 or visit our website at www.eastafricachristianmarathon.org. Proudly sponsored by PKF, UBC, Venro Health, Aquafina, and Moving Preacher.
And in talking news, MTN has improved on their data voice bundles. You can now call across all networks for the same price. We've talked to several eyewitnesses on the ground, and this is what one of them had to say. Amos, did you hear about the MTN daily voice bundles? So, to join many more other Ugandans enjoying these MTN daily voice bundles, dial *100 *21 hash or use the My MTN app to start enjoying. Stay tuned for more offers from MTN.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
This is the University of Africa. On the streets, you get your real education. Here, everybody has a degree of something. But the most important qualification is imagination. His reason is to be the GOAT. The reason to imagine is to take the beat and make it lit. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination.
Welcome back. Good to know you're watching and following. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Now, to business this afternoon. Uganda is set to host the first ever international conference for women birders from 6th to 8th of December 2023. The conference in Kampala will provide an international opportunity for career growth for women birders, wildlife management practitioners, in addition to empowering women in nature conservation.
Birdwatching is a globally cherished activity, with over 80 million birders traveling annually to different parts of the world for birdwatching. However, for Uganda, this unique tourism product is yet to pick up despite the abundant variety of rare birds in the countries where...
At least by the end of this financial year, we almost brought in $900 million. So you can see that we contribute a lot to the economy, we contribute a lot to the employment. I was telling you, employ around 1.5 million Ugandans directly. So it's a huge sector.
So what we intend to do as Private Sector Foundation is make sure that the private sector continues to benefit through this wonderful part of the tourism sector, which is birding, something that is considered a niche but is actually an extremely lucrative economic contributor to the country and to the private sector itself.
The International Conference for Women Birders, slated for the 6th to 8th of December this year in Kampala, is an important forum for showcasing the unique bird species predominant to the Pearl of Africa. Over the years, the Club of Skilled Women Birders has grown exponentially from 10 women in 2013 to 150 women currently.
We started with those that were already established within the industry as general tourist guides, and we wanted to make them birders. We wanted them to be able to train other women and to inspire others. I'm happy to tell you that the number has grown to over 150 women across the country. These are both based at the site and those that work at national guides.
Uganda's bird population makes up 50% of Africa's bird species, with the country having approximately 1,100 recorded bird species.
And because it's a different that kind of environment from, for example, Kampala or Queen Elizabeth, it makes it really intriguing to know what species are there, how are they doing, what are their numbers, what challenges are they facing, are their habitats still safe? So that's something that we need to know.
On average, birders spend 20 days during their trips, contributing over $350 per day to the local economy. Uganda is expected to earn about $700 million from about 100,000 birders by 2030. Marion Awori, UBC.
Which stop there?
Now to sports talk. Uganda women's national basketball team defeated DR Congo to progress to the quarterfinals of the ongoing Women Afro Basketball Tournament. A charged Uganda has so far won games against Senegal and Congo and waits to face Rwanda.
The Uganda Gazelles made history as they booked their spot in the quarterfinals of the Women's Afro Basketball Tournament in Rwanda after defeating DR Congo 78-62 on Tuesday night at the BK Arena. Uganda, who has been to the tournament 3 times now, finished 9th in 1997 and 10th in 2015, impressed on the continental stage as their head coach is happy with the progress made.
I'm super happy because we keep doing history for the country, for the national team, and it's something super big what we have behind supporting day by day. But I was saying to the girls, no, it's like we need to realize what we are doing and also like how difficult it is to win this kind of games. How Guinea won Angola, how Senegal, Egypt has been crazy games. So it's not easy to play this kind of game, and it's not easy to win in this kind of tournament. So we really need to appreciate what we did. We had 9, 10 players of 20, 21, 22 playing in the local league of Uganda. So it's not easy to now from nowhere take this pressure and look like I need this win. We didn't have to win.
Having been 30-all at halftime, the Gazelles were able to dominate possession in the second half thanks to brilliant performances from Claire Lamunu and Janon Otto, with the latter scoring 18 points on the night against a difficult Congo side.
Shout out to Congo, DRC. They really crashed the boards hard, just played super aggressive, and I feel like we were maybe, I don't know if we were stressed, but we were like a little just lackadaisical. So I feel like at halftime, he really told us to focus on the box outs, find a body, and I think in the second half they had, 8 offensive rebounds. In the first half they had 15 or something like that. So that was a big focus, and they were getting a lot of putbacks. So I think that was like his big thing, and that's what we tried to execute, limit the turnovers. They were getting a lot of easy one-on-0s, so just limit that kind of stuff.
The Gazelles, who made it to this year's finals after receiving a wild card from FIBA, now face hosts Rwanda at the BK Arena as they eye a spot in the Afro Women's Basketball semi-finals.
Unbelievable scenes for Uganda. They have made it to the quarterfinals, where they will face host Rwanda. Uganda win it 78-62.
Marshall Miro, UBC News.
Well, congratulations. A great way to wind up this particular newscast. Those are some of the updates. Keep watching the National Broadcaster. More updates will be coming your way later on at timely news hours of the day. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Thank you for watching. Greetings from the team behind the scene.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
A new dawn on Behind the Headlines with me, Timothy Nyangweso.